At this point, I think we all know the new formula for every new Fortnite season. We likely will receive some new locations, some new gimmick item that goes along with the new season's theme, a few vaulted weapons and items, a new battle pass, some locations taken away, etc. Well, since we like to get ahead over here at the countdown, and since Season 9 is likely on the horizon, today we are going to be focusing on the likely subtractions that Epic Games is going to make to the map, or in other words, what locations we are going to be losing. This has been a trend for new seasons for quite a while now. The first location that we technically lost is Dusty Depot. However, I think we all know that it was immediately replaced by Dusty Divot. So if that is what you're going by, then the first name location that we actually lost is, well, there's actually two. In Season 5, we lost Anarchy Acres and Moisty Mire, replaced by Lazy Links and Paradise Palms respectively. I say these are the first two locations lost because with Dusty, well, it was still Dusty. It just got changed a little. Well, actually a lot. It sounds pretty crazy that the first time that we actually got the removal of a named location was Season 5. It just feels like this is something that we are so used to at this point. On that note, we are only a few months away from the 1-year anniversary of Season 5, so that almost sounds weirder. I guess time flies, but it is time to get into today's video, which is going to be Fortnite Season 8 locations that may soon disappear. But hey, before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Hit that little bell too so you know when we upload. And the next time you're buying V-Bucks, be sure to use creator code ArcadeCloudPlays so you can support our channel. Now let's go. Number 5. Not So Happy Hamlet. So kicking us off today, my first prediction for what will be removed in Season 9 is Happy Hamlet. Happy Hamlet is located in the southwestern snowy ice biome of the Fortnite map, and it was one of the many welcome additions of Season 7. Happy Hamlet looks to be like a German-inspired village, as the architecture all looks very similar to it and it is all the same sort. Happy Hamlet is set up to be this quaint little snow town with a close community, and all anyone does here is take Sunday morning walks and sit by the fire. It all seems so cozy. The problem with it is, well, it has kind of overstayed its welcome on the Fortnite map. When it was added in Season 7, it was Christmas time and Epic had just added this brand new winter biome. So naturally, they would add in a new location that is targeted to be a sort of Christmas town representative for the season. I mean, a lot of the buildings are red, it's even got Happy in the name of it. The developers were obviously trying to get that vibe across. Happy always has pretty good loot, and aside from the first week of its existence, not a ton of people go there, so it can generally be a pretty solid landing spot. This is also where some problems start to kick in for Happy. Not a lot of players landing at your locations is not really a super good thing. It is starting to show that not a lot of people really care about Happy Hamlet, so they would not really bother to go there. It also helps support the theory that this location has kind of overstayed its welcome. I mean, we are now in the tropical pirate theme Season 8, and a quiet little Christmas town does not really fit in here. It is pretty clear that all of the pirate stuff isn't going to fit in Season 9 either, but whatever Season 9's theme is, I just do not think there is room for this kind of location in the game. It is kind of sad, because Happy has a good bit of loot and is a cool looking location. It just doesn't seem to be in the future plans for Epic Games. What is even worse is that there likely wouldn't be any sort of large community outbreak from it, and most players likely would not notice, so Happy Hamlet would just likely slip into the vaulted oblivion. Jeez, that kind of got bleak. It is just a location in a video game, but I still feel so sad for Happy. It's still funny. Number 4. Unlucky Falling. Don't ask about the title for this one, I don't really know what it is either. Anyway, next up on the old death list is Lucky Landing. Lucky Landing was added in March of 2018, alongside the hunting rifle, and both of these things have remained in the game for quite a while now. The hunting rifle is still in the game because there's nothing people love more than hitting trick shots, and when Epic gives you a sniper without a scope that makes a cool and satisfying noise, you use that gun. Most everyone loves the hunting rifle, so that probably will not leave the game anytime soon. Lucky Landing, however, is a bit of a different story. Now don't get me wrong, Lucky Landing itself is a pretty good location. The Chinese theme that it has is really cool, as it is like a mini city that is entirely Asian temple themed, and what video game couldn't use some more culture? Well, except like Sekiro, I guess, and God of War, and like tons of other games that are based entirely off of culture. Okay, I take back that comment, but you get the point. It is nice to have. The problem with Lucky is that absolutely no one lands there. For a place that is called Lucky Landing, you probably aren't going to get lucky because this place is located in the dead south of the map, and the storm circle is likely going to be located nowhere near you, so you are going to have to loot quick and then book it, or else you will end up having a nice little jog in the storm. Because of Lucky's terrible location on the map, it just does not get much traction and therefore just ends up sitting there unlooted most games. Lucky has been in the game for a little over a year now, and without any noticeable changes coming to it. I think that it is likely a location that is going to bite the dust. Number 3. No planes, no purpose. Yeah, here is one of the more obvious ones for this list. Frosty Flights. I think that most of the community was pretty surprised when we saw that Frosty wasn't removed with Season 8. If you all remember oh so long ago in Season 7, we had these machines from hell that would fly around the sky, pissing off other players. These were called planes. Since they were introduced in Season 7, Epic decided that they would make an origin place for these planes and somewhere to put them. So they created Frosty Flights. Frosty Flights is a giant air base in the southwest corner of the map, and it was put there to replace Flush Factory. Everything with Frosty Flights was all good and not a ton of loot, but there were a few cool buildings and you could stop by and grab a plane for future endeavors. Well, when Season 8 came rolling around, as we assumed, Epic removed planes from the game. Logically, they also remove or replace the location that housed all of the planes, right? Nope. Season 8 came and for some reason we still have Frosty Flights, and it now serves zero purpose. It is in an atrocious location on the map, and the loot here really is not that good, so nobody has any reason to land here. It is a forgotten wasteland that Epic just needs to yank out. It just brings back bad memories of those awful planes. Ugh. Number 2. The lake will burn. So next up on this list is not really a named location, but it did used to be. This is going to be the frozen lake that covers Greasy Grove, and it is going to be gone come Season 9. Believe it. Right now, the volcano is being a bit weird with all the dragon stuff, but I believe that during some point in Season 8, either lava or the supposed dragon is going to come over and free Greasy of its current icy fate. I also think that because the frozen Greasy Lake is near Polar Peak, Polar is also done. Polar is an ice castle on top of a frozen mountain that was created for the main antagonist of Season 7, the Ice King. Most locations that are put into the game that directly correspond to something in that season generally do not have the best luck to stay in the game for very long after their season, as they just aren't relevant anymore. I actually really like Polar Peak as a landing spot, but if something is going to happen to Greasy, then something is going to happen to Polar and it will likely be gone. We can only hope that whatever replaces it is better. Number 1. Sunny is sacrificed. Sunny Steps was added in Season 8, but I think that it is going to be a one-and-done kind of location. What I mean by that is, I think it will serve some sort of purpose to move forward the season and the storyline, and then just kind of be done after that. As of now, Sunny Steps is modeled to look like an Aztec village of sorts, as it has a ton of cool tribal colors and buildings, and of course, the centerpiece of the whole location, the massive temple. This temple is super intricate, with tons of cool hidden designs and many layers to it, each with their own unique aspect that represents something of the Aztec culture, like how it has the large bathhouse at the bottom, which would presumably be for their leader or emperor. I actually looked it up, and the Aztec people actually called their leader Tlatoani. Have fun trying to say that one 5 times fast, or saying it at all. Anyway, I think that at some point in the season, we are going to have some sort of sacrifice or ritual performed here, and that is either going to summon the dragon or cause an eruption with the volcano. Who knows? The Aztecs were the ones who thought that the gods would bring a sort of destruction day upon the earth, and with this brand new volcano, that could be pretty likely. I think that after this ritual is performed, well, Sunny Steps would have completed its purpose in the game. I do not think it was added as another cool location in the game, rather it was added for the sole purpose of changing up the map a little. So when it has completed its objective, it is done. Now, I am not saying that it is just going to disappear as soon as the ritual is complete, but by the time Season 9 is there, Sunny Steps will be gone. Now obviously this is just a super bold prediction that relies on a lot of key parts falling into place, but when it happens, just know that you saw it here first. I'm just saying. So that's our video on Season 8 locations that could be gone soon. What'd you think? Leave a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, and click that little bell. Also, while you're here, check out these other countdown videos. Alright, until next time, see ya!